When you're ready. Ready when you're ready. 3, 2, 1.
Who is Vanessa? What a good question. So, Vanessa actually means butterfly in Greek. And why that's so beautiful to me is because that's exactly what I do, is I promote transformation. I erupt this transformation within every individual that I come into contact with, which is why I do soul purpose and transformational work, and why that is my purpose. And so Vanessa is a butterfly, and being a butterfly, I'm transformation and physical manifestation. Where do I see myself in 5 years? It's a good question also. And I'd like to close my eyes and where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, I see myself on stage speaking in front of thousands, if not millions of people, inspiring and educating people on how to turn their pain into a purpose. And with all ages from, even like 7 years old all the way up to ages 60. I feel that the missing link in our society is purpose. We're missing intention and purpose with everything that we do, and people go through their whole entire lives without having a actual understanding of their meaning of life. And so I'm here to connect those dots within individuals to bring more purpose and meaning to life for every person that I get the pleasure of meeting. Well, the first one that comes to my mind is the first book that I read on my journey of personal development, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind by Vishen Lakhiani. Was the first book that I read that I started having these thoughts and certain ways of viewing society, and to read a book that was like basically my thoughts in a book of how I felt about society, about conforming to societal standards. And so reading that book was so powerful for me, because it was, again, like reading my thoughts, being able to receive that, like I'm not alone with seeing the world in this way. And it's written in a book, and I get to read it. And so that's definitely one of the books that really changed my life, to go from an ordinary life to an extraordinary life, and what that takes. And the second book is The Seed of the Soul by Gary Z. And The Seed of the Soul is such an extraordinary book. It feels like information that I'm just remembering. Like I'll read the book, I'll read certain aspects of it, and then immediately that day and then days after, it'll start coming up into my reality to be able to share this with people that I've read, or it'll just come up in conversation. And so again, it's a very synchronized book in my life that when I read it, it's kind of like my Bible. I like ritualistically reading it, and how it digests within me is so deep and can be taken. It takes a little bit of chewing on to really like dissect what Gary is really expressing. So that's definitely another one that I really enjoyed. Yeah. So the other one that has brought a lot of enlightenment into my life is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Woo woo. Yes, he is phenomenal, and that book I would read going on hikes, and just really took the time to digest also what I was reading. And with reading, I really take the time to, when I'm guided to certain material, to take the time to really like really understand on a soul level, or remember on a soul level, what this is teaching me. And so that book has helped me a lot with even the simple concept that, we are not our thoughts. Who's the one witnessing the thoughts? And so that's just like a total mind blow of conception to chew on and really be like, yeah, that's because so many people will go their whole entire lives thinking that they are their thoughts, hence mental illness. And so the Power of Now is such a great book to bring yourself back to the present moment, where you actually get to experience the light and the love that surrounds us. Poetry I've been doing since I was young, since I was like in 6th grade, so like 12, 13, 14 years old. I would just randomly write like I'm like William Shakespeare or something, and I would always share it with my teachers, and we would have these little like capsule packets that we would have from 6th grade, and we don't get them until 8th grade. And so I made poems for all my friends that we didn't get to read till 8th grade, and after like reading them, like, I wrote this, like, that's so interesting. And so writing has been a part of my life in a creative way since I was young. It was a really good outlet for me to get into this flow that just felt good, and I didn't have to think. It just came, and lots of fun. And poetry is a great way to express the unexplainable. So my inspiration is inspiration literally means in spirit. And that actually started with Wayne Dyer. So Wayne Dyer is a big inspiration for me. Reminds me a lot of my dad. And he has a brother that's named David, and my dad's name is David. So it's just like, there's so many synchronicities there. One of my soul mentors for sure. And so listening to Wayne Dyer and listening to other people, I have a lot of spiritual mentors and teachers that held space for me or guided me in such a way that I got to find this inspiration. And this inspiration, being in spirit's like a flame. It's like a flame within your belly that just erupts and creates this magic through your hands, through your words, through your energy, and how you speak and how you interact. And it becomes your life, living a inspirational life, to be in spirit. You're in sync with the flow of the universe. You're in sync with this connection to something higher, and also to the earth as well. And being in spirit, being inspired is, I don't work if I'm not inspired. If I'm having to face resistance into getting myself to that place, just like the law of attraction, if you don't want to do something because you have to, or like you're in a not so good headspace, yeah, we all have to do things we don't want to do, but instead, why don't we find a way to want to do it? It's all just a mindset anyway. That getting yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit all on par with wanting to do something. Even if you don't want to, you can find the good in anything, you can find the bad in anything. So how I get inspired is by breathing, is by existing, is by connecting and doing things that make me feel good. Well, my big awakening when I was 18 years old, which hence why I do what I do, is purpose work of what we're meant to do, right? And so ending high school and having to pick something that I'm meant to do, and the stress of all that, and my friends going off to college and them asking them like, hey, what do you want to do with your life? I'm like, oh, well, I want to do this, but they don't make that much money, so I'm going to go and do this. Or I don't really know, so I'm just going to go get a degree and spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for a business degree that you don't even know what you want to have a business for. And so I was I was so confused on if I wanted to go spend all that time and money just to find out at the end of it that, oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. And I looked at society, and everyone just, from my perspective, just didn't look happy. Like they were just waking up, going to work, working that 9 to 5, coming home, doing their thing, watching a movie, waking up and doing it again. And I felt myself get into this habit already working while I was in high school. And I felt this habitual state that I would wake up, go to school, go to work, go to the gym, go to bed, wake up, do it again. And it scared me. It scared me because I was like, is this really what all that life has to offer? That we go to school, we get a degree, we get in debt, we pay our bills, we retire and we die? Is that really why we're here? And I could not even grasp the idea of wanting to give my power away and have someone else be in control of my life. And not that that's a bad thing, that working for someone else is a bad thing. It's just that if it's not in alignment with your values and your purpose, then that's another deal. And I didn't want that. And I had no clue how it was going to work. And it took a lot of soul searching from 18 all the way. I discovered a bit more of my purpose when I was 18 after going through horrendous amounts of just wanting to off myself, to depression and anxiety, just not really sure, like, this is the turning point of my life, that I need to figure out what I'm meant to do here. And that's what I asked for. And I saw two roads in front of me, that I could either not participate in society because I'm so frustrated and upset how our system is set up, and it's like, oh, you just work your 9 to 5 and not have any meaning and purpose in your life, or I try and see if there's something somewhere, that I'm here for something more, and that there's a purpose greater than myself. And that's the route that I took. And I started asking questions. Why am I here? What is my purpose in life? And I started receiving answers with the very next day. And I got guided to the mentors and the teachers to take me on this journey to where I'm at now. And this is where I'm at now. And it's only... Now I have 5th Dimension Therapy. I have a team. We're serving thousands of people. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's my purpose. I wake up feeling blissed out every single day, and it just gets better and better. Now, that's not to say that there isn't hard times, but I know how to get through them, and I have support to get through them. And I want everyone to experience that, where you can experience your dreams happening in real life, not just within your head. It's 10 times better. And that's exactly what we help you do, to experience your dreams real life, that vision in your head is a gift, and it's meant to be expressed within this world. It's a gift to be here. It's a gift to have these visions. And every single person has a gift. They have a message to offer this world, so that when you're laying on your deathbed and you look back on your life, you left an imprint. You made a difference, and it's your soul blueprint that you left. And you'll leave here feeling so solace, so in peace, so fulfilled, that you fulfilled your soul mission. My hero.
Check something. So that you get emotional.
I'm getting emotional.
It's okay. Get emotional. He's gonna capture it so well. Here we go.
My heroes are absolutely my parents. Because something that they did, that I hope whoever and anyone that watches this that's a parent or will ever be a parent, they learn from this. Because there's a reason why I am who I am at such a young age, being 21 years old and starting my soulpreneur journey at 18, and making the impact that we're making at this rate. And my parents gave me guidance, right? Like all parents do, but they gave me this freedom to make mistakes and to learn from my mistakes instead of putting me in this box and saying, you know, these are the boundaries, and if you cross those boundaries, you know, it won't end well. They'd place the boundaries. They'd let me know the cautions. They'd let me know, you know, how they feel about it. But then they'd still give me the choice to cross those boundaries and experience the cautions that has to offer myself. And that's extremely profound, because what parents can trust a little, you know, 14-year-old girl to, you know, stay out late at night with some friends that she hardly knows that her parents got bad vibes from, and allow her to experience whatever it is that she's doing, whether it's drugs, sex, alcohol, you don't know. And yet they trusted me so much, and they were always there when I would call, that if it was 2 o'clock in the morning, like, hey,
2 o'clock in the morning.
It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, hey, like, I need to be picked up. They would be there. And because they allowed me this freedom, I learned extremely fast from my mistakes, because I learned through experience, and I didn't have to sit in my bed and wonder, well, I wonder what it would have been like to hang out with those people or to go and do that, and giving me this, like, where I'm putting more trust into what people are telling me instead of me learning from my experience, that I'm learning through them, which is a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do, but there's a balance of it. You can't just go through life and place all of your apples into what other people have to say and their experiences. That will keep you very stagnant and living in the past, because they're speaking from their past experiences. So they allowed me room to grow and to make decisions for myself and to learn from those decisions. And if I didn't want to go to college, that's fine. You know, we're here to support you, and like just allowed me room and space to ponder my soul and my purpose, why I'm here. And it's the most beautiful thing that they could have done for me. And I'm just so grateful, because now it's given me expansion space, which the soul is expansion. It's given me this expanded room to become who I am and to continue being that, instead of trying to conform me and confine me into who they think I should be because of their past experiences. So my parents, for sure, are my heroes. I'd like to thank you, Millennials Talks, for allowing me to be on this space and to be speaking in front of you viewers. Along with, if you would like to contact me and my team to work with us personally, you can go ahead and put in www.fifthdimensiontherapy.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram at Fifth Dimension Therapy. Again, my name is Vanessa Simpson, and with so much love and so much gratitude.